It's Claire, your intuitive reader. I did a really great meditation today and just opened up to whatever energy was going to come out. And then I sat down and really looked at the cards that were coming up and what they all meant together. I got a very clear message. A song kept coming through. We didn't start the fire. And there are two versions of that, 34 years apart. And I'm getting from that energy that there are old patterns, things that were placed on us, things that existed before we came in to our position in our lives that are impacting our way of functioning. From the cards I pulled, it's about manifestation in the real world. Attitudes and emotions around abundance and about manifestation, money. I'm getting the clear feeling that the energy that I'm picking up on has some very constrained ideas of how to manifest what abundance is and the issues and feelings that have been put on creating abundance and creating a future have limited this person's, yours, your ways of manifesting. I got the Magician, which is a great card. This is at the center of the spread, and it is everything. It's creating. It's the ability to create anything. This is a fairy godmother, and she's got the pumpkins here, and we know, most of us know the story about what a fairy godmother can do. Just anything. Create, footmen out of mice and pumpkin carriages out of pumpkins, and a beautiful gown. Fundamentally, you have to believe that anything is possible in order to manifest anything. So at your core, you are the magician. You can create whatever abundance that you want. What's crossing this is the page of coins. So this I take as some younger energy. So this is some ideas about what prosperity means. They may be coming from a younger place in your timeline, a past place. It's also about setting goals in order to manifest. So in order to manifest, we actually have to set goals. We have to feel them. We have to know that they are a complete possibility in our entirety. It can't just be like, oh yes, I want, this, and then all these doubts are in your head about that you can't do it. You haven't actually set a goal. So what are you actually working towards? Saying I want $1 million, but never putting the plan into action or making a plan at all can really make manifestation impossible. What's in the foundation of this spread is the Tower. So in order for you to become the magician and create whatever you want, everything has to fall apart. The foundation which you have built your understanding of how to manifest needs to fall. It needs to be the foundation on which you have based your future is not sustainable. It's not going to get you where you want to go. You have to let these things fall apart in order to create something new. You can't have a new future if you have the same ideas and ways of doing things, the same habits. With this, I also got an oracle card, the dead end. So this direction is a dead end. Going this way any further will not get you where you want to go. It's just not going to happen. That can be painful. I mean, these people it's on fire and they're falling out. But if we look here, they didn't need to jump. There was a way down. There was an easier way down. So this ending can be very dramatic, and it's all the way we look at it. Are we looking for ways to get back to the beginning and start fresh, or are we just going to be like, this is just not working, I've wasted all this time? Nothing's wasted. Learn from the lessons you've had along the way, and that can create a better foundation. You're not going to make the same mistakes if you're paying attention. In the past is the Six of Wands, and specifically in this card, she was not allowed to venture out because she was, her father's prized daughter. This is striking it by yourself, like moving forward, taking the initiative to go forward. So this is going on in the past. So you have ventured out there. Maybe it's been scary because you're doing it for a reason to prove someone else wrong and still holding on to these foundations that aren't working for you. So maybe this needs to be more of based on yourself versus a reaction to others. And, instead of reacting, you stand tall and be proud of who you are, even if it's small steps. And what's crowning this is the Seven of Wands. So it moved from the past, from the Six of Wands to the Seven of Wands. This is hard work. This is crowning the whole thing. This is going to take work. But that work, when you put it in for yourself, this is your new life. This is your new ideas. These, wipe the slate clean. You do not have to hold on to someone's expectations of you or how they deal with abundance or how they manifest. That won't work for you. You have to put in the hours. You have to, stand in the light and put in the work. The outcome is the Three of Coins, which is working together with others. So we may have grown up with ideas that we've got to do it all ourselves, that we have to, the only way to strike it rich, to have the best life is to be alone, to do it all yourself, to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But community and working together is a huge way to make prosperity, to make abundance, to make wealth. And sometimes we have to really pull in mentors. I got this mentor card, and this is wisdom and this fire here. So we have to get ourselves out of the box that we've maybe been put in or put ourselves in, reach out to others, and, find the people that know more about what we're trying to learn. If you don't know how to manifest, if you are having trouble with your emotions, you can get help. The best way to do that is, seeking a professional if you're really struggling. But if it's just more a, breaking out of things, there's wonderful programs that are free to people. You can go online, and one good thing about the pandemic is that now you don't have to go out of your house even to get help. There's 12-step programs. If you're struggling with trauma, which a lot of us are, I think as a world we went through a major traumatic event, and I think we want to put on a mask and say that we're all fine. We should just get up and be successful. But the world changed, and with that change, we have to change. Life is like the ocean. Another card that came up. Life is like the ocean. The shore is never the same from minute to minute. The grains of sand that go on the shore, that are washed up by the waves, every second, every millisecond, everything is different. It's always in flux. And we don't need to stick to rigid ideas of what works and what doesn't work. What works for someone else won't work for you. It just won't, because you are not that person. In order to be a success to yourself might mean something completely different than what your parents wanted, or what your spouse wants, or what your friends want, what your work wants. So you have to go within yourself, and sometimes we need help in doing that. We have to, and I'll move on to the feelings around this, which are the Knight of Coins. This movement of bringing in abundance. There's this feeling of it's there. I really do get the feeling that it's right there. It's like just beyond the horizon. You can't see it right now, but before you know it, you'll look up and you'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I was sailing on the ocean, and I was paying attention to the rigging, and I've just come upon the most beautiful island. How did that happen? I was so busy just plodding along, and then in comes this amazing abundance. Do the hard work, let things die, and let things go. And if you're struggling with that, work with someone, work with friends. If you don't have friends, go online and join a support group, a 12-step program. There are lots of things. They're not just for people with the typical addictions. There's all sorts of ways to get help out there right now. That's a wonderful thing about our society at this moment in time. Even if you're at home, you're not really alone. The surrounding energies around this are more pentacles, the Four of Coins. This is the energy around you, and this kind of goes into what needs to be let go of. This idea that you have to guard your abundance, guard what is yours, or it will be taken from you. This is a learned behavior. This is putting yourself in a box. And, see, it's in the center right here. This is like the center being surrounded. It's not going to get you where you want to go. If you want to stay in the same place and just keep these 4 coins, these 4 pentacles, that is your choice. It is going to take hard work. This is in the light, in the sun, hard work that is going to, be blood, sweat, and tears. But the only way to move forward is to work through that stuff. The energy around this is Judgment. And I really like this Judgment card because it shows the lotus flower, the flower of life, shining down. So it's not a harsh judgment. It's just saying, we're, because I drew this other card, Priorities, and it has the lotus flower in the hand. Again, there's it shining down. This is, where are your priorities? Have judgment on your own life. And are you putting your energy, your life force, into something that's going to create the life you want? Because if it's not, Let it fall. Let it go. Okay, people are going to be upset. People are going to be like, why aren't you meeting my expectations? Well, they're probably already doing that. So who cares? You know, do you want to continue to wear a mask? Or do you want to, you know, have wholeness? Do you want to, you know, have this sacred unity of yourself and create whatever you want? I mean, here he basically has a pentacle. You know, it's abundance, becoming whole, becoming who you really are creates abundance. You can't help but attract abundance if you are in a place of putting yourself first, putting what the greatest good in your priorities for the greatest good, the intention. You can't help but manifest abundance. And you won't just manifest it for yourself, you'll manifest it for everyone around you. Because when you create abundance, it has a way of being like the sun, just shining down. That hard work just creates more energy, and energy you want. The outcome of this spread was the 8 of coins, 8 of pentacles. This is determination. In this card, she is trying to get her brother released. And so she is making these pentacles out of nettles, which have thorns, and it hurts. But the more she works, the closer she gets to her goal, and the closer, you know, so she just does it in silence. She goes within and finds her inner peace and does this painful work. These thorns are not really on the outside, they're within. And there may be many thorns in the world, but if you're avoiding the ones that you have inside yourself, you will keep getting pricked, you will keep getting pierced. And if you deal with them, if you take those pains and make them into something new, you can't help but make the world a better place. We all have pain, we all have trauma, and what we do with it is how we create what we want. If we just sit there and we hold on to those thorns, hold on to them, they will just hurt us. If we make something out of them, then we could have any world we want. We are the magician in our story. We have no limits. So, yeah, you know, have a positive outlook. You know, when you're going through painful things, think about what you learned. Observe yourself. Just step back for a second and don't react to what's coming up. Instead go, oh, that's interesting. Just like if you were watching someone else. Pull back a little bit, get perspective, and see that, you know, it's not just water, it's an entire ocean. So I also got, at the bottom of the deck, I got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of coins. And this is wonderful because what it's saying is all this hard work, all this pain is worth it. In the end, this is, you know, complete happiness and abundance with everything in your life. Money-wise, health-wise, it's just community. There is a sense of feeling calm and at peace. That is a journey. It's from 1 to 10 here. You are starting out at 1 with the Magician, and you are getting to the Ten of Pentacles. So it's going to be a journey, but it's going to be an amazing one. You know, feel free, feel unencumbered. And if you're having a really hard time with that, you know, go and talk to someone. Connect with others who you feel drawn to. Spend time in a garden. Get a potted plant. Really work on yourself. All the work you put into yourself will be more beneficial than any work you put into anyone else. You cannot change anyone else. You can change yourself immediately by closing your eyes and imagining you're different. Your reality is under your control. Make the best of your life. Take every harm and difficulty that's come up and see it as a beautiful treasure. Because it is. We see the things that have happened to us that have caused us pain and struggle as negative, but we wouldn't be the people we are today if we didn't have those struggles. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, I hope you subscribe and like. I enjoy interacting with people, and I hope to really create the Koala Collective and be a part of a community here. I also wanted to say that I pick a little pocket saying from this little book I have. And today I got number 12, which is move toward difficulty. That's something we do not want to do. We do not want to move towards that difficulty. We want the easy, smooth ocean. We don't want the waves. But if you're a surfer, you love the waves. You wouldn't hate a slow, still ocean. So you'd want to go through that difficulty. Also, that difficulty here, you know, like all these cards say this, move towards it, move towards it. So anyway, I'm going to read it really quick, and because I really liked it, I got something out of it. We are told from childhood that something is wrong with us, with the world, and with everything that comes along. It's not perfect. It has rough edges. It has a bitter taste. It's too loud, too soft, too sharp, too wishy-washy. We cultivate a sense of trying to make things better because something is bad here. Something is a mistake here. Something is a problem here. The main point of the Buddhist teachings is to dissolve the dualistic struggle, our habitual tendency to struggle against what's happening to us or in us. These teachings instruct us to move towards difficulties rather than backing away. We don't get this kind of encouragement very often. We're told to take the easy way. And I'm saying, no. That's not going to get you what you want. You will never manifest what you want if you shy away from the difficult places, if you shy away from the dark places in your psyche. If you just stick here and you're just like, oh yeah, everything's fine. If you don't explore that, you can never have this rainbow for real. You can never have these vivid colors. It will always be like this. Because you're like, no, I would rather not know if someone's screwing me over. I would rather not know if something bad's happening. A lot of songs even are like that. Oh, I'd rather not know. I'd rather continue my ignorance. That is your choice. That is the matrix, right? That is choosing to take the path where you stay asleep. Being awake is hard work, but it's worth it because you then can create anything you want versus having an illusion created for you. Everything that occurs is not only usable and workable, but is actually the path itself. We can use everything that happens to us as the means for waking up. We can use everything that occurs, whether it's our conflicting emotions and thoughts, or our seemingly outer situation, to show us where we are asleep and how we can wake up completely, utterly, without reservations. So that's the thing here. Are you ready to call judgment on your situation? Are you ready to take off the mask? Are you ready to come out of the box? Are you ready to let the tower fall? Because if you are, you can create anything. The only way to create something is to wake up and realize that it was you had the power all along. You have always had the ability to create the reality you want. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed reading your energy, whoever you are. This is a hard battle, but it is so worth it, and I think if you embark on it, you'll be amazed by what you can manifest.